It is fixed or fuxed. This is the back of a TV. The inside of the back of a TV. Not a cunningly crafted replica for gits and shiggles, just I thought I will spend 3 months making the perfect replication of the inside of a TV just to confuse my viewership. No, this really is the inside of a TV. A Hitachi UC31OB, OY, oh no, I don't know. Really, it just seems to be a Vestel TV with a Hitachi badge on it. That's all you need to know for now. Certainly all I know for now. Apart from, I also know it's not working. I have been told that it is completely dead, and I have no reason to disbelieve that. I have also been told that it came from somebody who had house bunnies and chewed through the cable. I kind of hope that that's all that's wrong with it. I kind of hope it isn't. If it is, it's a very simple fix. But then that's also why I don't want it to be that, because I want to be learning new things and hopefully putting out content that people can go, oh, that's what goes wrong with it then, not just, oh yeah, well, I already knew that my bunny had chewed through the cable. Why am I watching this crap? I do think that the person may, however, have said, I'm sure it wasn't my bunny, because they don't want to blame the bunny. Don't blame it on the bunny. Bunny is innocent. Bunny may have been lovely. I had 2 reasons for buying this TV. 1, I thought that's a really good price for something I can try to fix, and if I blow it up it doesn't matter. And 2, I was really hoping to meet the bunny, and I didn't meet the bunny. I'm very disappointed. I met no bunny, and no bunny met me. But enough about my unrequited bunny love. I need to get on to testing this. So, I am first going to test beepiness. I have my beepy box. My beepy box, which beeps, because it could just be the cable. So, let's see. This is the side I'm fairly sure hasn't been chewed through, and it hasn't been. This is the side I think may have been chewed through. Oh, and it hasn't been. Okay. Let's put that over here, but not turn it on yet. Just put it there so it's not on the floor. One less thing to tread on. 3-pin plugs are more evil than Lego bricks. Right. Let's start here. And here we have numbers, so there's a circuit happening there, which may or may not also be happening there. Oh no, it's the other way around. We have numbers. We have numbers. I'm just going to keep saying we have numbers. That is going to be the entirety of this video now, just me going, we have numbers. Right, everything there is doing something. I'm not seeing a bridge rectifier, but I believe a bridge rectifier is basically 4 diodes in one package, and I'm seeing 4 diodes not in a package. And they seem to beep, so I'm guessing that's like how it converts the buzzy voltage to the voltage. I'm guessing that's how that does that. I'm not seeing a fuse, but then I'm getting stuff happening. I'm worried there isn't a fuse, because that's making me think cheap, nasty design. But there's not a blown fuse, because there isn't a fuse, and things are happening here. I'm going to have to turn it on, which I'm slightly concerned about, but then if it was going to explode, it would already have done that, right? I'm more worried about there being the electrical death dragons this side. Right. Shield your eyes, hold your breath, cross your fingers. Nothing exploded. But no standby light came on. But again, I was told it was completely dead. I am not surprised to be seeing nothing. I don't like doing this. Because one day, I am going to short myself out very, very painfully. And it will not be fun. I have put that into the neutral side. I've put it there so I'm not holding too many things at once. Have I got power there? Yes. 250 allegedly volts. I didn't think our UK mains went to 250. I thought it was like 220, 230. 250 is slightly terrifying me. I'm going to gingerly, very, very gingerly, because I don't want to zap myself. I don't want to set the world on fire, or me. I'm not seeing voltages. Oh no, I'm seeing a voltage. Okay, I'm just going to check the capacitor. I really am. I'm very scared. This is because... Okay, I saw 243 very briefly on there. That's enough. Because seriously, do not do what I am doing. This is very dangerous. You see that warning symbol there? It's not joking. That is not lying. Here be death. And I don't really want to... shit it. Certainly do not do that. I don't want to die for the sake of a £3.50 TV that's been eaten by a bunny. You see, I was so nervous that I kind of nearly killed everything. Nearly destroyed the world. What I'm going to do now is go to the side that I'm more comfortable with. The safer side of life. This is the low voltage side. This is the not death side. I'm happy with the not death side. The first thing to do is try to put this where you can see it. Can you see it there? Ish. And I should be seeing something coming out of here. I'm probably, I don't know if I can expect to see everything, but there should be a standby voltage, which I'm kind of not expecting to see because I have no standby LED. But I'm just wondering, oh, there's the world's most pathetic non-voltage there. Okay. I don't understand these things a lot at all, but I am thinking I should be seeing something here that I'm not, and I'm thinking that I'm seeing things happening here, so I don't think the problem's over there. So, let's just see if I have voltage across these. No, no, no. No, no. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There's no power. Oh, there's the world's most pathetic amount there. Right. I can now breathe again because I can turn the power off. I don't need power at this point. And relax. That is truly terrifying. I do not like doing this. As you saw, I nearly did everything horribly wrong there. Do not do what I do. And also, I've shorted a capacitor across my fingertip once, and that kind of tingled, and that was just a capacitor out of a board. Imagine it in one with millions of volts going through it. Not what I call fun. I can now put that there, which you still can't see. I'll try to angle it. Yeah, you still can't really see that very well, but it'll have to do. And let's see. Let's test for shorts. No. Yes, but it's a capacitor. One side is supposed to be negative, isn't it? And that is the side that is supposed to be negative. Okay. I can tell the side that's supposed to be negative because it has a marking on it, which you can't see from this side. But I could, because I could move my head around. That's how necks work. Okay. 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 Also okay. Everything, the capacitors all look fine. I've only ever had one that looked fine and was blown up, and then I've done it's always the capacitors, I will change them all, and nothing has changed, and they looked fine to begin with. So, at this point, certainly... Ooh. I say at this point, but there's something interesting happening there. But it's happening across all of them. Okay, well they're close to these, so let's see what happens here. Right. Oh, that's not right. No, because these are diodes. Diodes allow power to only go one way. This is in diode mode, which I believe means it only tries to put power one way. And yet, power is moving both ways through these. I think that means I've got a faulty diode. What's going on here? Yeah, because that's not doing it. Is that doing it? No, you see, that's not doing it. I have it that side, and I get no beep. I put it that side, and I get beep. And I get beep, and I get no beep. I think, Houston, I found a problem. It might not be the problem, but it is a problem. Okay. These are all clustered together. I wonder if these are just three things on the same line. Right, I'm going to have to take this board out, and I think the problem is here. So I'm going to have to hope I've got some of those. But I'm going to have to take the board out and maybe flip it around and start doing soldering stuff, which I can't do in here. In case you're wondering how the board comes out, I will very quickly, I've only done those 2 screws, 1, 2. There's another one. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm giving you an instructional on how to remove a power board just for entertainment, because you could injure yourself or knock your arm against the camera and nearly break the view screen off. You could injure yourself doing this, so do not do this unless you are a competent person. I'm not a competent person, but then I admit that. So this slides, okay? The reason I thought I'd show this bit is because you have to slide it away, because there's the power, and there's where it goes into there. If you just try to lift, you're going to break things. How do I know this? Because I tried to lift. Not on this one. But, right, so you jiggle it across, and it's off. Then remember, there'll be capacitor prongy bits this side that could hurt. So be very careful with those, as in stay the hell away from them. As in I'm going to put that on a non-conductive surface while I stop recording and move the camera to do the soldering. Welcome to the new soldering area. It's not my kitchen worktop anymore. Well, it looks like kitchen worktop, and it is mine, but it isn't in my kitchen anymore. Yeah, so here is the board. Here are the diodes. Here is a soldering iron. And I suppose I need to flip this over. Right, now, what I was saying about this, these all having the same, what's the chances that all three have shorted the same? It seemed like they're on the same circuit. When I took this out and flipped it over, here they are, and with the magic of something to point, this'll do, you can see 1, 2, 3 are all on the same track, the same bit of copper. They're all connected. They're all connected there. They're all connected there. So I imagine one of these has failed, and because one of these has failed, it shorted the whole thing, and there's microchips and clever things, and probably something clever there's going, no, this is all shorted, we must stop now to prevent damage to the world. Again, here is separation, here is death. Death, separation, life. That is how electronics work. I believe. Well, it's how power supplies work, I believe. What I did do, which is probably the very stupid way of doing it, but to make sure that there was no life in the capacitors, so I didn't fry myself, I very quickly just went around them holding the plastic bit of a chunky plastic handle screwdriver, and I just did that. I think you're not supposed to do that because it can cause things to explode, but yeah, kind of used to it. Do not do what I do, again. As in, don't again do what I do, or again, I'm going to say, do not do what I do. Do not use a soldering iron that your guinea pig chewed through the cable, so then you put, so this is double insulated, it was a bit of braided flex where the braid mysteriously rotted, and I put a switch on it. I have a switch soldering iron. I've never seen, outside of soldering stations, I have never seen a switch soldering iron, and I thought, I want a switch soldering iron. I'm also glad I've not had enough of, well, I've had no drink so far, because imagine trying to say, I want a switch soldering iron, if you'd had anything to drink. I have a solder sucker. It's not a solder sucker's son. It's going to suck solder, and the solder will hopefully come undone. Don't think this is the world's greatest quality solder sucker. I think it came with a kit of crap for not much money, and I'm starting to understand why it was not much money. How do I know there's flux in this random solder that I found at a charity shop? Well, mainly because there are fumes burning off into my face. Probably very unhealthy fumes. Probably don't want to be breathing those. But you might be able to hear there's a storm outside, which isn't exactly new. I mean, when isn't there a storm nowadays? It's there will be weather today. When they say that now, they mean unusual weather, as in there won't be a storm. But there's a storm. So my attempt at an extraction fan, which I finally rigged up, would actually just mean that this blows fumes even more into my face. That's not going to please me. Ah! They're still quite warm. I'm curious. Before I go any further, I have my new tester. New tester because I blew up the old one because I did not discharge the capacitor. It says please discharge before testing down there. I didn't. I stupidly assumed that a capacitor of a dead power supply, TV power supply board would be dead. And it wasn't. And I had to buy a new tester. Yeah. Okay, pressing start. You'll see what happens before I do. Diode. Okay, that one. I could do this with the multimeter, but I've left that in the other room. I don't have the beepy box in here. I could go and get the beepy box, but I've got the fancy tester. I want to use the fancy tester. Testing. I'm really hoping one of these doesn't say resistor. There we go. It does not say diode. It says it is a 0.1 ohm resistor. I think that's a little bit broken. Yeah, that's kind of faulty. What about this one? Have we only had one? I suppose only one would go, wouldn't there? Because I'm guessing when one goes, it takes the whole circuit down before any others go. Right, so that's 2 diodes and a resistor. Except, not a resistor, is diode. Was diode. Is deadode. That might be the best solder joint I've ever done. And you can't even see it clearly from this camera angle. But it's okay, because I think I've just made up with it with one of the worst solder joints I've ever done. Do I go and test this before replacing the other diodes? No. Because if I test this and it works, it's already on the TV for me to just put the back on. I'm not going to call TV Backspert. That would be very silly. I'm going to call him Jonathan. That is all the diodes done. It is not the lighting in here done. There is lighting to be done. There's probably going to be a video on lighting because it's going to involve these. That's why there's no lighting. It's here instead of up there. Reassembly, as ever, is the reverse of disassembly. So, I put the board like this. I slot it into there, gently. And then find a screwdriver. Possibly even the one I used earlier. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very good at misplacing screwdrivers, so I may have used many for one thing. This being the one thing I have used the many for. There are 4 screws on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was just number 2. I don't know why I'm putting all of these in as though I have such confidence this is going to work. This could just all explode and then I'm going, oh my god, unscrew it quickly so I can throw it as far from me as possible. And then thanks to the 70 mile an hour winds out there, it'll just fly back in its explodrous way into my face. And I will be forever scarred and marked with the reverse of Vestel and some capacitors just across my forehead, and my eyes will be made out of transformers, and it will be really quite hideous. Which some people say it already is, but I don't think even that would be an improvement. Here's the power cable. This end is not plugged in. I plug this end in before I plug this end in. That is the safer way of doing this. Not that there's any particularly safe way of doing this given Bunnykin's little chewing habit, but I will replace this once and only once the rest of this works. I say once, that's a little bit confident, isn't it? I'll replace this if and only if the rest of this ever works. In it goes. Oh god. This again is the scary part, because something full of death electric dragons has been worked on by me, and now I'm about to put proper power through it. Well, it didn't blow up. Frankly, not blowing up is a damned good start. There may still be more wrong. Why am I doing this when I can just buy a board for £10? Because I keep doing these things where I go, oh, I'll get this, and then I don't end up fixing the board. I just end up replacing it. And that gets things working, but I really want to be able to actually repair things at a proper level and not just do sort of part replacement. Right, voltage. 20 volts should suffice. Don't know where I can really put that. I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to look for voltages here. I have 12! What's bugging me is I don't seem to have a standby light that I can see. Where's the standby light live? Oh, I do have a standby light. I'm looking for it in the wrong place. But I assure you there wasn't one previously. Okay, well, I might have to put the back on and flip this around. But before I do, I have 12 volts. Remember before, I had no volts. I have no volts. Maybe that's Earth. I have no volts. Maybe that also is Earth. I have no volts. I'm starting to think this might be more Earths than you would expect. No, there's 2.3. That may be supposed to be 3.3, but 2.3 is better than 0, which is what we had. And I've got 2.3. Right. I have voltage. I have more than I had before. And down in this corner, which is cunningly out of shot, how can I move this gently without setting fire to myself? Down here, oh, you can just sit there. Can you? Yes. That was not happening before. So I have a standby light. I'm going to push the power button. I'm going to do it. No, you crazy mad fool, live in the now. I'm pushing it. I think nothing happened. I think that's how you switch this thing on. There may still be more needed. Oh no, no, that has turned to blue. Okay. Don't know if I've got a backlight. I'm not seeing obvious signs of backlight. Not plugged the backlight in, have I? I am an idiot. Oh. Let's kill the power. Let's plug this in. Let's repower. Wait for the red to come on. Oh, the red is now flashing blue. Red, blue, red, blue. Blue. Hey! I have backlight and hiss, but I'm used to hiss from TV boards now. It just seems to be something they do. Right, I'm going to put the back on. Yes, I'm going to put Jonathan on, and then I'm going to spin it around, and we can see if we have a fully working TV. I say fully working. It didn't come with a remote control. I don't think I've got a remote control, but hopefully I can wiggle and jiggle the wiggly jiggly enough to see how much life there is. I did flip it around, and then I thought, you know, I'm going to do the cable now because, yeah, there's a plug, there's a plug, there's, this side is the bunny chewed one, but if I get all the way to the end, there's a bunny chewed one, and hey, I have another, presumably then Vestel, it's not dead but very unwell Hitachi TV that I bought for myself a while ago, and the guy selling it said, I've been told that it just needs one of these little silver round things on it from in there because an engineering person came round and took the back off. And I went, oh, capacitor? Okay. No. Changed mainboard, changed power board, had lots of looking. I think it's actually the panel itself, and yet I really don't want to throw it away because if I could get it working, it's a really nice TV. I need to put that through before I put the back on. I need to feed that through the back. But anyway, yes, just in case you were thinking, oh my god, he's put it back together with the cable of death. No, I haven't. This is a replacement cable with no bunny chew. That is so pretty. I just want to, well, maybe clean the screen, but I just want to leave that as a tabletop. Not to turn it on and use it like one of those tabletop arcade machines from the 80s. I just want to have that pretty lighting prism rainbow thing going on forever. I want to eat my dinner off that. This is my dining room. But no, that kind of looks pretty. I have put the new lead in. I have put the back on. The back has clippies. It had clippies coming off as well. You've got a nice number of chunky solid screws and you think, oh, it's just going to be one of these nice chunky screws. Unscrew those, take the back off. No, there are evil clippies that get more evil when you're putting the back on, because you put the back on, you do the screws up, and then the front and the sides are all buckled and bowed, and you have to go very carefully, clip, 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 without smashing anything, which hopefully I've achieved. New lead is in. I've got what looks like that lead came off the Hitachi I mentioned. That kind of just looks like a bigger version of this, which means I should have a remote control for a Hitachi somewhere, because it came with that Hitachi. I can't find it. I cannot find it anywhere. So I don't know how much you can do from the side control-y twiddly wiggly. But I'm going to have to twiddly wiggly the twiddly side control wiggly and just see what happens. Assuming anything does happen. We've had backlight from behind, which is more than it was doing. Yeah, it didn't backlight because I did plug it in and test, didn't I? And it was just dead. Well, now there is more life. Is there complete life? Is there Hitachi life? We've got a red and flash, which again is slightly out of shot. I do apologise. Need to maybe work on rigging up different camera. Did I just flush up something? I think it said Hitachi something. Ah, no channels have been added yet. Please go to the Install and Retune menu to add channels. How do I do that without a remote control? I don't know. I don't know at all. Let's try to... I've got to find the twiddly wiggly. Jiggly wiggly twiddly, which is there. Alright, that's volume. Oh, holding it does nothing. Pushing it once. Something flashed and flashed again. Okay. What can I push it? No, that doesn't do anything. Well, the good news is that I've got my finger stuck in a twiddly wiggly. No. It goes up and down anyway. The good news is I appear to have a working screen on a working TV. I'm still maybe a little bit disappointed I didn't get to meet the bunny, but the bunny is exonerated. The bunny is innocent. Free the bunny. I think the bunny is quite free. It's a free range bunny. It's a house bunny. I say it. I believe the bunny's a she. She is a free-range house bunny, I believe. And yeah, so bunny exoneration achieved. Also working TV achieved. So, in terms of is it fixed or fuxed, actually, before I finish this, in terms of is it fixed or fuxed, it appears, because while I was trying to find a remote, I also thought I'd quickly look up this. Going, is this a common thing? Because it's always the capacitors, right? No, apparently, on these, it is always the diodes. Why? Diodes do not die. I mean, I know, ode to death. But it isn't. It isn't. It shouldn't be. And yet, bizarrely, in this case, it is. So, there you go. That's how to fix Vestel 17IPS... or 17IPS19-5. I can't remember the power board. I remember looking it up in case I had to buy one. But yeah, if you've got similar symptoms to this, maybe don't start poking around the Here Be Dragon Death side. Go straight for the diode side. And just use your beepy. Assuming you have a beepy. If you have a beepy, poke it across some diodes. See what happens. You might get an interesting tingle. Or you may get nothing. I've got a working TV. Or, to put it another way, it's fixed.